let's start by taking a quick look at the charts. It's been kind of interesting. Things have played out very similar to what we talked about once we broke through this area of support that we've been following for some time. So one of the things I did notice, though, is you notice where we came up to here, and we haven't looked at this in quite some time, but there's an area. And if I just take, we've been following this area of support and resistance for quite some time. And if I take that and I'm just going to extend it. Let me extend it out to today. And you'll see that we came right up to that spot. And this is an area that we had been tracking for quite some time. Let me scrunch it up here a little bit more, but you'll see how, we acted as support all the way back here a couple times. Here again, really, we broke through, then it acted as resistance, more resistance here, more resistance really here. It took a few days to break through, eventually became support again, back, became resistance again, and here we are again. So this again seems to be one of those areas of equilibrium, along with the one that we've really been tracking most closely, which is this guy here. And let me also extend that out a few days, and you'll kind of see, same thing, right? This is it's a very interesting area of equilibrium. We've hit this thing a dozen times. And it always seems to be a spot where it gets some reaction between buyers and sellers. So here we are. We came down. I think this would be a good time. Today I was thinking about, are we going to open? Go back over here to add simulated trades. We're at 70 days just today. So we're going to start looking at our February trade because we're 70 days out from expiration. And this would have been an interesting time to look at that, because I think, I think we're probably going to turn around at least for a while. The question will be, can we break through this area? Or do we break down? I think one of those two things is going to happen. Seasonally, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a, it's kind of well known. They call it the Santa Claus rally, but going into the end of the year, traditionally there is a bit of a rally that happens, and we kind of started it back here, and we may rally all the way into the new year, and that would not totally surprise me. What next year holds, completely different question. Doesn't mean that we're back in a bull market necessarily, but in the big scheme of things, we're still down. But I think it is likely that we go up from here after, hitting this support once again. We'll see, we'll see if that plays out. Meanwhile, what's really interesting is starting a few days ago, we did get a little bit of activity, particularly option activity, put option activity from institutional buyers. And we only know that because they move the volume that we're seeing. It doesn't look like retail buyers. They're moving the big volume. So I can't say for sure, but it's unlikely retail buyers can move enough volume to move the market like this. But we started seeing this activity. We were still, back up here a little bit, and it looked like, there was maybe some people buying some insurance. So we did the same thing, right? We'll look at our trade here in a little bit. But if you watch the midweek adjustment I made, we did exactly the same thing, following the institutional buyers, bought some insurance, if you will, in the form of a put debit spread, and got, protected ourselves from the rest of this down move, which was, we moved from kind of 40.20 down to around 39.50, 39.40. That's a big move. That's an 80-point move. So I want to be protected during those times, and that's what E.W.S is designed to do. Still have, advanced decline lines still bullish. So this is a very kind of mixed signal. I kind of think, as I said, it's just a pullback, and we're going to see a bit of a rally going into the end of the year. We'll we'll see. Meanwhile, we are going to pay attention as far as our trade goes to the E.W.S signal, and we will see how that looks. You know, if it had been just a couple days earlier, this would have been a great time to put on the new trade and have it positioned for that rally, just because we're at a point of support. So that's what we're seeing. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, and if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like as well.